All right, so let's talk a little bit about money. So first, I just want to let you know some of this is going to challenge you, and you can't point me to a good coach or trainer that doesn't challenge the people around him, right? So know that being challenged with how you think is only bad if you want to keep your current results. See, a lot of people, they have beliefs about different things and things that they know, and they're challenged. They're mad when they're challenged, when those beliefs are challenged. Well, the only time when feeling challenged is bad is when you want to hold on and keep your current results. So if you want more results, if you want different results, then you better get used to being challenged. And guys, that goes the same for me. I had, I'm not going to go into details. At some point I probably will on this particular thing. But for the last 2 months, I've had some major conflicts in my mind on growing our organization at the corporate level. We've brought in, now we have seven employees or contractors that we work that are part of our core team. And there's been some different philosophies on organization, on growing an organization, what works, what doesn't, how to manage conflict, how to manage the dynamics of employees. And it's kept me up at night. I've had some challenges with some different people. And I got on the phone with one of my coaches who built a $250 million a year education company, and boom, in one call, I got closure. I got confirmation, should I say, that the way that I was thinking was actually the right way, and which is super cool. So what I'm telling you is that at no stage of the game should you not be challenged, or should you strive for, I hope I create a life where there's no challenges for me, right? You should never strive for that. Don't do it. Strive to be challenged. So I know some of this is going to challenge you, especially this first one. If you don't have money, if every single month you're getting to the end of the month with more bills than money, years and years ago, guys, I used to go to payday advances. I would pay the ridiculous fees because I was so bad at managing money, and I had a decent salary, not a great salary at that point, a decent salary, but I was doing payday advances because I so sucked at managing my money, and I had such a crappy mindset around making money. If you don't have money, if multiple times a day you think about how you can't spend this or that, or you're concerned about money, here's what it means. It means that you're not making the type of impact that you should be, and you haven't built your money mindset. Now, there's two things there, okay? The biggest thing that you should understand about money is it's a result. It's a result. It needs to be said, right? It needs to be said. Just like a, six-pack abs, right? Six-pack abs, they're a result, right? They are a result. They're a result of, could be genetics, could be, and I'm not saying it's only genetics, but could be genetics, could be obviously food, could be exercise, could be a lot of different things. Well, money's a result, just like six-pack abs are a result. But see, people are out there wishing upon a star that they had more money, but they're not doing the things they would do if they were serious about having a six-pack. Like, no one says, man, I really got to figure out this whole six-pack thing. I really man, I really want that six-pack. I want the ripped abs. I want to be chiseled and dieseled, and I want girls to be whipping their heads around, right? But man, I just can't figure this thing out. No, you can figure it out. You eat better. You exercise more. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, you may not want to, or you may have some mindset issues around doing those two things, and you may not have it, but that's, it's pretty straightforward. No one wishes upon a star that they have six-pack abs, or, say affirmations or burn candles to attract six-pack abs. Money is a result. What are your habits? How are you making a difference? Who are you impacting? What solutions are you providing? What problems are you solving? What desires are you helping others achieve? How are you educating people? How are you entertaining people? See, all of those things indicate how much money you should make. And I'm not saying that that list of questions I just asked are all encompassing. There's other ways to make money, obviously. But it does have to do with value, with how many people you impacting. I'm telling you, you need to embrace that. And that should free you. Now, to some people, I'm sure they're like, oh, crap, you mean I got to work? You mean I got to produce? You mean I got to provide value? And I got to, oh, God. That should free you because it's no longer a puzzle. If you're just wishing upon a star and using a Ouija board to try to make more money, then it's a puzzle. It's like a Rubik's Cube. It's like, how the hell do I figure this thing out? It's not a puzzle. There's no puzzle to making more money. How are you providing value? How are you solving problems? How are you providing solutions? How are you helping and empowering and impacting others? That's the deal. And this is true across all aspects. If you're an inventor, well, guess what? If you're an inventor, then you need to look at the marketplace and ask yourself, what solution does the marketplace need? Once upon a time, someone came up with the concept of bagged lettuce. Think about it. So once upon a time in grocery stores, you would go and there'd be a head of iceberg lettuce and it was like 39 cents or 69 cents, right? And someone said, if we pulled that stuff apart, because people are lazy, and we put it in a bag so they could just pour it into a bowl, I bet they'd pay $4 for it. And I'm sure other people said, right, okay. They literally only have to tear it off the head. I don't think they're going to pay 4 to 5 times more for you to put it in a bag. Well, guess what? Go to the grocery store now. It's hard to find the iceberg lettuce, right? It's hard to find the head of lettuce, but you find 52 bags. There's bags everywhere. That was an inventor or somebody saying, hey, I think the marketplace is lazy and they would really appreciate this convenience of me just tearing it up and putting it in a bag for them. And that guy's probably a bajillionaire, right? Bag lettuce guru. My point is that if you want to make money, you have to start, number one, realizing it's a result. Number two, realize, where does money come from? Does it come from the government fairy? Is that what we're relying on? For the government to take it from other people and give it to us? Yay, right? Is that create a productive society? Hey, let's take from those that are producing and give to those that aren't, right? Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. Be honest, okay? Be honest. I know, a lot of people want a handout, but be honest, it doesn't make sense. How are you producing? What are your habits? Who are you impacting? How are you making a difference? How are you providing value? How are you providing solutions? That should dictate how much money you are making. So, a lot of people hang on to their brokenness as a virtue, right? Yeah, but I'm really struggling, Ray. When the hell did that become a reason not to work? That was the reason I did work. I don't understand it. People say, Ray, I'm really broke. When is that a reason not to produce? That was my reason to produce. Because I was broke and I didn't want to stay broke. I don't understand it. Money is a result. Money comes from people. People pay you money when you help them, when you educate them, when you solve their problems. If you're getting value from this, drop some hearts. If not, feel free to curse me out. I'm sure someone will. Always get a couple F-bombs thrown at me in these periscopes. That's what happens when it's a free platform. Anyone can join in, right? I used to have a lot of resistance to buying education. So if I saw an ebook that promised how to teach me something, I was the first one to say, oh, why would I, why are they selling this? They should just give it away. If you have negativity toward people that sell things, toward people that make money, then congratulations, you'll never be one of them. You'll never become that which you despise. And I used to be the worst. I used to, I would, get on reading a book or something, and there was a pitch in there, and I'd be like, oh man, I can't believe they're pitching. Can't believe they're making a living. Right? It's crazy. It's crazy. If you want more buyers, if you want more people to come to you and invest in you, buy your courses, your product, your service, join your opportunity, you need to be more of what you want. You need to be a better buyer. When I was super skeptical of people that sold things, guess what? I didn't have anyone buying my stuff. Because God forbid me turn into one of those people. No. I happily invest in my education now. Happily. Constantly. There will never be a time in my life where I'm not investing in my education. Mark my words. I'll be 78 years old and I'll still have, whoever the Richard Branson of that year is, I'll hire them as a coach. I'll probably be dropping hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching a year at the age of 78. Why? Because I believe success is two things: growth and contribution. I need to feel like I'm growing, and I also need to feel like I'm contributing. And contributing could be many, many things. Contributing could be charity work, could be helping your church, could be creating education to impact others, whatever. That's your call. Contribution, man. I want to constantly be learning things. I want to constantly be raising my value in the marketplace. I want to constantly be able to go to my clients and say, hey, I just learned something that you would never have learned. See, that's what we do. I get around the coaches that most people can't afford, to be honest, and then I learn from them and I teach my clients that. That's what we do. It's a beautiful cycle. And my cycle that I've been sharing for years is ILT, Invest, Learn, Teach. Guess what? It works at all levels. See, I think people think that that's maybe I teach that to, newbies or beginners or something like that. It works at my level too. I invest in my education, I learn things, and I teach them to my clients. That's what I do. And I happen to have built a profitable business that allows me access to people that most people couldn't get to, that couldn't get on a private hour call with someone who built a $250 million a year company, right? Most people can't do that, but we do so that we can raise our value in the marketplace by teaching our clients and students. You have to see that. If you want to make more money, there are two things that need to happen. One, you need to constantly raise your skill level. And two, you need to raise your stock in the marketplace. How do you show up? How is the marketplace impacted? And you don't have to be a top earner to add value to the marketplace. And it's interesting to me. Sometimes I get calls from top earners in other companies, and they say things like, Ray, we don't like what you're doing. I'm like, what do you mean? Ray, you're teaching people to shoot videos and do education, and they haven't even built a team in network marketing yet. I'm like, yeah. When is there a criteria for someone to teach someone something? Like if someone teaches me something, I don't say, let me see your resume to make sure I can learn. No, I say, that's a good tip. Thank you. You see, I started shooting videos when I had failed already in 11 different network marketing companies. I was in personal foreclosure. I started shooting educational videos. Now, I didn't lie. I didn't say, hey there, Ray Higdon here, a billionaire, whatever, right? I didn't lie. I just said, hey, today I'm going to share with you this. That's all I said. I didn't have some fake, phony resume. I just started sharing education. And the amazing thing is, when I started educating more than most people in my profession, I started attracting a bigger audience. And this is kind of advanced stuff. Okay, this is a little deep. There's a turning point. Where if you build an audience large enough, an audience that trusts you and loves you, you can literally just focus on your creativity and make money at will. It's wild. Let me say that again, because it's a little deep. If you build an audience that loves and trusts you enough, you can make money at will by just being creative, by just getting in their shoes and asking yourself, what is it that they need? What is it that they need? You know, in 2013, when we first started offering high-end mastermind packages, we had a $50,000 package that we didn't think anyone would buy. We're like, you know, it'll just persuade them to buy the other one. But we had people buy it. And we had those same people renew. And then we had those same people renew, right? We now have people that have been in that program for 3 years, going on 4 years. Think about that. If you build an audience that you provide value to, that you educate and help, and you have their back, you don't pull any sleazy, slimy stuff, you can make money at will by just being creative. Your ability to make money when you have an audience is limited only by your creativity. It's true. So let me do a quick wrap up because I'm getting ready. Has this been beneficial so far? Is this good? Hope so. Drop some hearts. I've already earned a toaster. I've earned a coffee mug. I don't know what else I can possibly earn through my Periscope heartage. But starting today, stop wishing upon a star that you are making more money and start dictating that you make more money by putting more value in the marketplace, by impacting people, by helping people, by educating people, by sharing what you've learned. Start being an educator. Start being an impactor, a helper versus a wisher, versus a hoper, versus a dreamer. Okay? I'm a big fan of dreaming, but you need to take action. It's not just about burning incense and attracting money to you. You need to get out there and take action. You need to make it happen. Who are you impacting? Who are you helping? How are you providing value? If you have a team, then how do you provide more value to them? How do you raise the level of your team? If you have an audience, if you've built an email list, how do you raise the value there? How do you impact them more? Those are the questions. By the way, if you need help with your money mindset, and the way that you know this, whether you do or not, right? Here's how you know if you need help with your money mindset. Just after this Periscope, log into your bank account, look at the bottom line. Happy or sad? If sad, or right? Then you need help with your money mindset.